This is an important fact of reality that's going on out in the field, is that when you're using your tool, got it on your stick, got your air dielectric, got it on the stick, you're going to examine your work area prior to placing your tool in that position. You're going to verify that there's no potential ground plane near the meter head prior to use. You're going to also verify that there's no other potential source near the meter head prior to use, every time. All right? But here we see a situation where there's a tight cabinet, tight vault, maybe a bleed wire, maybe another hot bus in the substation that's going to be near the meter head. We don't want that because we know how the tools work, and we don't want an arc flash. We want to work safe, and you always want to set an example. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put a 0-ohm extension on it. And what I call this is 0-ohm extension is arc flash prevention. So we're going to put a 0-ohm extension, arc flash prevention. And guys, we got tons of videos. If you go to Bierer Meters Safety Training, go to Bierer Meters Safety Training, and you'll see all these videos of safety that you guys can grab anytime. All right? If you need a tool training, if you got the ST800, the High Potter, the PD25 with the cord on it, any of our tools, go to Bierer Meters Tool Training, semicolon, and then the device name. And use it. Train each other, share each other. It's real easy. My brother Joe Beer does those. He's way better than me at technical training. And he does a good job. All right, so we got 0-ohm extension. Now let's go back to our hot phase, our overhead line, direct contact. All right, now you all see those numbers compared to before. So anyways, if you look at these numbers are a little lower than they were without the 0-ohm extension, right? So the reasons why these numbers are lower now than before is because you know how these tools work. You know exactly how they function. And you would expect with the 0-ohm extension that reading would be lower, because now the tool is further from two things: the source, and further from, you know how they work, the ground plane. Further from the ground plane, further from the source, so the numbers are lower. So if you're using the tool and that you're on 7200 and that tool is near a pole ground, you would expect that 7200 would be a higher reading tool position. You guys get that? If you're using it in a cabinet, do you have like 13.8 here? What do you guys have here? Some of your 7200? Okay, and you're in a tight vault or a cabinet, you would expect when you're using your analog or a digital that number is going to be higher because you're close to ground planes, maybe another source. And that's what happens because you know how the tools function. So you know it's going to be a little higher. With a 0-ohm extension, that number is going to be more true because you're getting the meter head away from the ground, away from the other sources. Maybe it's a 3-phase cabinet, real tight. And it's going to be more accurate for you as well. So with the 0-ohm extension, the Z equals more safety and better accurate information gathering. You guys get that? Because you know how the equation is. Okay? And that equation is important to keep in mind.